You don't understand.
Don't smack it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to House of Conversations. My name is Loyiso Gasa, and if you're new here, please don't forget to like and subscribe and join the family. So, today we're starting our series on dating, and today we're going to be tackling singleness. As you can see, I'm not alone. There are new faces on the channel today. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So, if we can start over here on my left on the couch. Who are you and what are some things you're involved in? And that can be hobbies or work.
Hi everyone, so I am Praise Rumbidzai Matsekete. Have the same name twice in different languages for emphasis. Absolutely love it.
Yes.
What do I love doing? I'm a runner. Yes, I love running.
She's a runner, she's a
I
track
love
star.
running, love reading, and have a sound appreciation of music. Don't always partake in it, but love listening to it.
Hi, I am Sia. I do production IT for Jubilee. I love movies, have a beautiful appreciation for those kind of things. It's a wide range of movies. It's not just the horrors and all that kind of stuff. It's also the cutesy movies, you know. Sometimes you need some wholesome stuff in your life.
Exactly.
Also, I've also got a wide range of music as well. I'm trying to get back into running. I've taken a break, which I shouldn't. Anyways, I want to leave it back to my next person.
Cool.
Hey guys, my name is Naledi. Naledi Ngube. And yeah, I like many things. I've got a variety of hobbies. I like to sing and act and crochet, make things with my hands,
Nice.
paint, yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Matthijs Akkerman. On a daily basis I serve at a place called Bethel Boys Home. That's my prime busyness, I guess. And outside of that, to relax, I love reading, watching movies, kind of basic stuff, but anything to just relax and chill.
Cool. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, of course.
To my left.
Everyone, my name is Jody Fungula Kabukabuka.
Yes.
So mouthful. I'm from the DRC, but I basically been Cape Town my whole life. My hobbies are I like running as well. I run a lot. I enjoy dancing. I've got an appreciation for music, but I haven't yet found my knack in music. But hopefully I can find it. But dancing, I'm there, and I also like stalking, just spending time on social media. And yeah.
Awesome.
Wait, guys, are we just gonna go over that you love stalking?
Do you like being single? And what are the pros and cons in your opinion? And do you prefer to be called single, or what would you rather be called if not single? Unmarried, or let's get into it.
Saves money.
Saves money, okay. But do you
I love
like
the
being single
practical.
though?
Ish. It's kind of in the middle, hey. I don't know.
Okay.
It's fine for me. Just pursuing God is good enough. But I like the question, do I like the term being single, or do I like the term single? I don't know, it doesn't necessarily, if someone will reference to you as, oh, you're single, I mean, what does it actually mean? There's more to it. A person is not just the person is not just a married person, the person is not just a single person.
That's good.
Yeah.
I guess, so the question's, what do I like being single? Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I don't-
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I love it,
and then 1 being,
I hate it.
okay, I mean, obviously, yeah, fair enough. I would say these kind of things oscillate, really. They oscillate. I think
Yeah.
it would be ranging between 4 and 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 and 8 is safe to say. Maybe 9. Because, no, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Pros
Pros and cons in your opinion?
and cons,
Of
pros
being
of being single. I don't know. There's independence. That's, I don't know if that makes sense, but there is a certain, solidarity with oneself that is pretty, I don't know, it's a place where you can grow.
Mm-hmm.
Individually, I'm definitely you could probably grow within relationships, but I think having to navigate life independently means there's possibly an ability for more growth, and it also helps you. I'm gonna get into a lot.
It's okay.
Let me do a con just to balance. Con of being single, trying to not be single anymore. That's a con, because it's just a lot. It's like Mario Kart. It's just like a lot's going on.
On the streets, eh?
Yeah,
A lot going on in the streets.
But about the term singleness, I think, it's cool. What must we be cool? Like, are you trying to marginalize us?
Shame. I'm going to be honest and say that I don't like being single, guys. Let me be very honest. I just believe that, like, it's a very natural human emotion to crave sort of, to be in relationship. Like, human beings are naturally hyper-social creatures or species. So I don't think we should be ashamed to sort of crave companionship.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it's like, I've spent so much of my life in singleness. It's like, I feel like maybe stepping into that space of relationship is sort of an opportunity for me to grow myself in other areas as well. So yeah, no, I'm really not ashamed to say that I really don't like being single. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say -10. I'm
I love the realness. I love it so
hectic.
much.
Yeah. I'm going to be very honest, speaking very candidly about this. But singleness has been a very fulfilling, I want to say it's a season because I believe it will come to pass. Season, like it has been a very fulfilling season because spending time with myself, learning more about myself, understanding what I like, what I don't like. I think it's very important for everyone to sort of invest in themselves, you know? And I think I also sort of like to challenge this idea that being single is not fulfilling. I think a person is capable of serving God, leading a fulfilling life, a fun life, a wholesome life in singleness. So it's not like I'm obligated to be in a relationship. I don't think anyone should ever feel that way. But yeah, I think for me, singleness, they're the pros: independence, being able to do whatever I want to do with my time whenever I want. I'm not really answerable to anyone but myself and God. That is really, really nice. The cons, I think for me, I think it's the fact that, you know, there are certain areas in my life that I feel like I'm looking forward to grow once I'm in a relationship. So like being able to be responsible for somebody else, or, you know, like love is meant to be given away, you know, and there's a certain type of love that I can't give away because there's no one to give it to, you know? Let's be very honest. Okay.
Thanks, Praise. What about you, Sia?
See, I fluctuate between Matthijs and Peace. I fluctuate between you two. There are
Praise.
days where I
Okay,
It's
praise,
okay.
peace, praise. It's
Please.
fine.
Oh, so sorry.
She brings peace. She does.
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry. The person's laughing in the back. So with the nature of my job currently, and especially because I'm not really great at communication, I tend to get wrapped up in my own world and be able to like solely focus on what needs to get done right now. Yeah, and there's a lot of kids that are coming up who love the craft that I'm in, and I feel like there's such a ministry there to get them closer to, how do I say, to a different aspect of worship. Because yes, raising your hands and all that kind of stuff is great, but maybe being behind the camera, being behind the desk, serving not only the worship team but people in the congregation, that's another form. And I think helping those kids find their way within church, maybe that's where I need to be right now. And I am just one person. Yeah, so I think currently I am content in my singleness. But then there's the other days where, you know, man, you've been dope. You know, I want to go to a pottery class, you know, and going to a pottery class with the homies, you know, they are great, but Um, yeah,
Doesn't hit the same.
it doesn't hit the same.
It's difficult to rate as well, you know,
Yeah.
like even though I might say like I'm content at the moment, and you know, it's also as Prey said, like desire is still there, and I think the desire is also a desire which is good, which we all get and we should pursue in our lives. But I think as a foundation, like we need to have the contentment to just be by ourselves as well, because if we start pursuing someone without being content on our own, we might look for something in someone which she cannot give. She, in my case, he, in someone else's case.
Yeah, fire.
I
What only
relate to
God
that.
can fill, you know. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'll just say 5. You know, nice and like in the middle.
I think being single most of my life, it does like create the space where you get a bit older. You feel like you are missing out if you're not in a relationship. So I definitely can see you do feel lonely sometimes, because especially if you've been busy with studies, high school, primary school, you know, you kind of like you've been busy like focusing
You
on
focused your
you
whole life.
focus
Yeah.
for a season, and then
Yeah.
you get to an age where like it's okay for you to like, I don't want to say explore in a negative sense, but explore like, hey, like let me put myself out there, let me see what's out there for me, for myself. And if you are single like I am in that season, it can feel a bit lonely, just because you are like ready and willing to put yourself out there, but it's not. So it can be a bit like lonely, but at the same time as well, it's not all like bad if you're single. I think like lots of benefits for being like alone.
Like for you, what are your pros and cons?
Hectic.
Not for others, but your experience of
So-
being single.
So my experience of being single right now, I think like Matthias mentioned it like earlier, like it's expensive to go on dates, guys. Because you know we live in a
Let
culture
us
where
start splitting the bill.
In this
it's
economy,
expensive. And like this the whole thing of like who pays on the first date and all this.
Who
jazz.
does pay on the first date?
Bro,
The person
the
who's
guys.
dating.
the person who asks.
it was the idea of.
There we go.
Right.
Okay, cool.
So it costs money to go on dates and stuff like that. And I think if you're, especially like if you're, like I found myself, if I'm interested in someone, I make like not the best decisions. And I think maybe it's wise to like be, when you're single, to kind of like acknowledge and see that in yourself so that you can make wise decisions when I am in a relationship, when it comes to like finance and like all that type of stuff. So I'll also go 5. Sorry for being conservative, playing
It's
on this
okay.
one.
Don't apologize for your
But
reality.
5, I think 5 is fair. Like
Cool.
Team 5.
Yeah.
You had something to say.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, I think, my opinion matters, whatever. About what you both said, the thing about the, like, state of being content in singleness is not necessarily, I'm happy, I'm going to be single forever, and I'm cool with that, which is cool. I think you could do that, you could be happy. It's not me, though. Like, if the right person comes, like a storybook, like a storybook scenario that doesn't seem, because when it's a storybook scenario, it's probably fake, but that doesn't seem fake, wow. Call me when that happens. I'm there anytime.
Have you been in a relationship before? If so, how long did that last? Why did it end? No, I'm kidding. You don't have to go into that. But just what has your experience been like?
Oh,
Let's start up here, maybe.
Okay, cool. I thought
Do
you
you
would say my name.
I mean, we'll all get the turn to answer. I've been single for about a year and a bit now, I think. So I was in a 2-year relationship before that. But then during that time I came to Christ, so that really changed things for me. I guess like I can mostly speak from like the year, like since coming to Christ, that I've been single, because like the time before was a bit of, a weird time. Or at least I wasn't like actively pursuing it at that time, so still not now, but like still it's, like more recollection of it, I guess. So I think over the past like year and a bit, I think it started off with a lot of desire, like to really pursue it, but then came to the point where like you're taking a lot of control into your own hands. I think when you start pursuing it too much or desiring it too much, either you create a danger of it turning into an idol, like I already said,
Yeah.
like you're looking for something that she's not going to be able to give you,
Mm.
and it's always going to lead to disappointment. And I think in my specific case as well, like, yeah, like I got convicted about it, like by God. So to me, it was just clear, like I need to, like, let go and just trust in Him, and like don't take control into my own hands too much, which is difficult because, like, disclaimer, I'm gonna turn 30 this year, so you know, like, yeah,
Boy! Yes! Oh.
yeah, that's my feeling as well. By the way, I'm happy about turning 30.
That's
but
great.
Yeah. So yeah, clock may be ticking, but I'm chilled. Yeah.
We love that.
Thank
Jody,
you.
what is your journey of singleness been
Ah,
like?
Zordi, Zordi.
So I've been single for most of my life up
Okay.
until 2021. I met someone and we got into a relationship for about a year and a couple months. I don't think I was in the best space or the best place. I think I kind of struggled. And Matthias mentioned a little bit of like just sometimes feeling like a little bit of like the control, struggling with that. Especially when you're in a relationship, you kind of maybe feel like you want to, I don't want to say control outcomes, but I just got convicted quite a bit. And the Holy Spirit spoke to me and on a lot of things. And some areas I saw like it had become an idol in a way. But I thank God for just the grace and the fact I was able to like help me navigate through that. And so now I just like kind of just I guess waiting on God's like prompting and His call, and just trying to be aware of His voice along the journey, not to like ignore it and that type of thing. So I'm not like in the space where like I'm idolizing like the relationship or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm actually just aware of God's voice and just prompting. So
I've been single for all my life. I've never been in a relationship. And for a while I was fine with it. I think it's because I'm a box checker, you know. I'm like, I work towards my goals, tick, 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 tick. And it was like that for most of my undergrad until final year, where now it's like all of these pressures. You see your peers, because the funny thing about being in your 20s is that you're all at different 20s and almost 30. It's like everyone is at a different stage. Other people are like in long-term relationships, and you're there, you're like, okay, what have I been doing? You know, I've just
Others are
been-
engaged.
Yeah,
married.
others are engaged.
Bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The 20s
I've
are weird.
never been in a relationship ever. So maybe I think that's when I started being aware of the fact that I'm single.
Sure. I get
For a
that.
while, it wasn't.
She looked
It
up.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't. It never came to mind. You know, I was chasing my dreams, chasing my goals. But then again, by the same token, I'm like quite conscientious. So I think a lot, and being single has allowed me to think a lot, and to think about a lot of things. So obviously my faith, but when it comes to relationships, the kind of relationship that I would want to that I desire to have, in terms of like the dynamics in a partnership that I would like to have, right? So, and I mean, I've pursued it both like through reading the word, but also reading some books. You know, I read the book Attached to understand this whole thing around attachment styles, how to relate with people. So trying to really intellectualize what to me feels like a very emotional, chaotic area of life, dating. Yes, and I say that as if I have dated before, but yes. And then also there's the administrative side of things. Like I think, Jordy, you mentioned finances. For me, also thinking like, okay, thinking about finances, right? Like, how can I build myself, build my career so that I'm able to, you know, to be able to keep my finances in check, because I'm all about women and finances also, and women and self-empowerment.
Yeah.
So also being able to work on myself in that capacity, I think. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks for that praise. Naledi.
Hey, actually, I'm glad you came to me because I kind of want to follow on
Yeah.
from the woman empowerment thing, just as a discursive. Not that I think I'm totally for women empowerment, but I honestly think a reason that I would want to no longer be single is definitely for twice the finances. I'm so sorry. I think
Understandable.
the economic
It's
the economic benefits of being, I'm gonna say married, because that's really when the benefits kick in for real.
Yeah.
Okay, so only been in one proper relationship. In high school, I'm much younger than everybody here. I feel like, so I'm like just. Am I?
21, 22?
I'm 21.
Yeah.
Much
Yeah,
younger.
you are.
Am
you
I
are,
not
you
much
are,
younger?
you are, yeah.
Is it
So
much?
it's not by
I'm
much.
sorry, young
It's not
people.
by much, it's like
Young people love to feel very young. I'm sorry.
it's just 2 years, bro. Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
2 years is a lot. Like someone could have been 22, but okay. My only relationship was in high school. It was very sweet, very nice boy. High school sweetheart, yeah. And no, it was very nice. I think I'd be great in a relationship based off the data I got there. I think I'd be a pretty awesome person to be with. Yeah, we stopped being together before I even came to uni. So like as soon as we got here, it was the big wild west and the jungle and
The street.
the
All in
streets.
one.
Promenade.
And it's just like it's just I also think I may be looking in the wrong places if I'm honest with you, because I'm just like nope. I need to get to a place where I'm self-secure in my. I think I don't appear to be it. I'm pretty insecure though.
I find that hard to believe.
I'm very confident. I'm very confident, articulate, powerful, present, but I don't know. I have like deep insecurities that like and I'm nurturing those
Sure.
and growing to love myself.
Good for you,
That's good.
friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So for me, see, power. Yesterday there was a seminar on sexual purity, and one of the in terms of the quick Q&A, the guy said, "Get married when you're poor." And I was like, "My G, like, I get what you're saying." In theory, it makes a lot of sense, but in practicality, it's really difficult.
Sure.
But anyways, my journey. My journey was single for most of my life until I was 20. How old was I in 2019? I have no idea. Yeah, bro. I don't keep these things in the
How old
past.
are you now? I knew mine is 3.
I'm gonna be 27. I'm gonna be
You're
27.
24.
Yeah, 24.
Sorry.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you for the maths. I haven't done them since high school. So, yeah, dated for a year. Yeah, it's not the place to like share what happened there. But anyways,
Next episode.
next. Wait, I thought you were gonna get somebody else.
I'm joking.
Yeah, so it ended, and then the beautiful part about it is when it ended, it was lockdown. So church went up in terms of like production, in terms of like what we had to do. So I had to like, I didn't have time to process then. I only processed in 2021. What are we in 2023 now? 2021, 2022. And then, yeah, which I'm grateful for singleness in that sense. Because I do not think I should have dated in those time periods. It would have, yeah, I needed that time to reflect on myself. I'm glad that I had friends who were able to take my nonsense in that time period, mainly because I think a lot of it was lashing out or me secluding myself to figure out what was going on.
Do you think singleness requires a special calling? And then personally, do you feel called to singleness? Let's start.
No.
Okay, yeah, Sia, you take it.
Nah. See, I feel like that's split in two. So there are the Pauline, is like the prophets of the world.
Yes.
And I think they are that subset of people where I'm like, yes, you are called to this. I don't know how the calling works. I don't know how he tells you. That part I don't understand. But I get that. But the rest of us, God has put that desire. I don't know if
You
they
talk about yourself.
maybe they've squared it with God and they're like, yo, yeah, I'm just wondering.
Do you feel called to singleness? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Praise?
Based on my circumstances,
What circumstances?
I think that God is trying to call me into singleness.
Like, girl, you are 23.
Do you feel called?
I don't think I'm called to sing on this.
Mm.
Nah. I do desire to be in a relationship, and ideally marriage. So, and I'm not sure if it's like a special calling, because I do know, like, at the end of the day, like, obviously God knows the future, but it also comes down to us, I think. So if we feel like we can manage and we're okay with being single, and God has given us that grace, and in His sovereignty, then I think we can. I don't know if it's a gift, maybe it is. People say, you've got that gift, not me, whatever. Be like, you can go and be alone.
Why I'm gonna say probably I'm not called to singleness is because I don't think I could do this type of stuff alone. I think yeah, sure, it would be easier to do it alone, and yeah, we live in a world where, you know, it's harder for women to, you know, make a more successful career for themselves when they're married, and then more when they have kids, right? Relationships, just even from examples I've seen in my friendships and relationships with people around me, relationships are a place of support, and, you know.
If God is all we need, why do we yearn for more?
For me, it just comes back to that whole idea of being created in the image of God, right? And God is love. You know, I think He created and founded the concept of love. So I think it's a natural desire to crave relationship. You know, I think it's an opportunity to express a side of humanity that is ingrained in all of us. You know, to disregard that can be toxic, and to fail to acknowledge that that is a real thing can be very toxic. It doesn't nullify the fact that God is all I need. He is all I need. But in terms of where I can serve in my life and where He can, you know, show up in my life, it's like that's just another sphere of life.
Yeah, I was just thinking of Psalm 37, you know, where it says, delight yourselves in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. And I honestly believe that the desires that, like, He replaces the desires of the flesh with the desires of the Spirit, with the desires that's from Him. And I think part of those desires can be relationship. I'm pretty sure they are, to be very honest. And like, that desire is not, of course, to take place of Him at number one, because otherwise why would He give us that desire, you know? He wants to be number one always, so He wouldn't give us a desire which would be in contrast with that first commandment. But then as well, one thing that I read recently is His will is His glory. So the desires being part of His will, and His will being His glory, meaning that the relationship of the pursuit to the desire, ultimately marriage or relationship is there to glorify His name, to glorify His kingdom. It's not to glorify ourselves, but it's for His purpose.
Ministry. See you guys in part 2.